evening, everybody. It is April 28th, 2022. I'm phoning in the introduction tonight because, well, I'm not at my computer. I'm actually on an old phone, and I needed to have an introduction because I got rid of the music. So please enjoy the show. I should be home by the time this introduction is finished. Thank you very much.
Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Friday, January 19th, 2024. Ken Stout Live with the Zoom homies with Ken Stout Live. We have William, we have Sin, we have Rich, we have Jeff, we have Greg, and we have, believe it or not, Alex Cheek is in the house. So I don't know what the occasion is for that. Maybe the world did actually stop spinning and or Arkansas froze over. One or the other. So let me bring them into the Zoom. You guys should be able to say hello to everyone now. Sixth or whatever.
Hello.
Hello to everyone.
Everyone do it at once, okay? One Fish 26 was first. Let's see if this goes across tonight like it should. And it did. John Loy Sr. was second. Hello? Do what, Greg?
What if I don't want to say hello?
Well, don't say hello.
I mean.
Oh, what are we having?
Breaded fish, French fries, and cauliflower.
Well, that's what we had. We had fried fish and French fries. Tony Wallow was third, it looks like. Great guy was fifth. He was busy doing some steam cleaning of the hall, the upstairs, in the son's bedroom. That's why he was in fifth. Well, good that you're staying busy, Greg. And then Jeff says he is sixth or whatever. I think sixth is about it. So, anyway, good to see everybody. Some of you actually got to see our lovely snow that we have, which is an amount of very little. And yes, I know, Greg, I did what I did just to be funny.
We'll pray harder for you next time for more snow.
They're actually saying we're going to get some snow.
Believe it or not, we have 4 days of rain scheduled here in Vegas starting tomorrow.
Wow. We are currently 10 degrees above zero. Well, now it's changed back to rain. 2 days in a row of rain, so that's good. 50 degrees and 42 degrees, so that's...
Yeah, it was like good. 60 here maximum today, and it's going to drop about 20 degrees and start raining. There's an early baseball game in the morning.
Oh,
fortunately,
boy.
I don't have to be there.
Do they still play even in the rain?
Unless it's just pouring down, yes. I've seen parents sitting out there under umbrellas while the kids play. Now, that's been in the summertime.
Right, yeah. Not at 40 degrees, right?
Right, so don't know what will happen, but they're supposed to be at the field at 6:45 in the morning.
What time's game start? 9?
7:45.
Oh, yeah. Rick Lake says hello.
Warm up.
Ski Man says, evening, all popcorn day. No popcorn. What shall I do?
I'll have to get out my popcorn. Yeah, I have a little bag of candied popcorn that was one of my Christmas presents from my brother-in-law and his wife.
Popcorn actually does sound pretty good. We just finished dinner, so it's a little early for popcorn, but it is National Popcorn Day. The other one that I had a choice was National Memory Day. But then I forgot what I was doing, so I went with popcorn.
That is one food that I will turn down. I'm just not a big popcorn person.
There's actually a food that you will turn down.
Oh, be still, my Elizabeth coming to join you, honey.
Hello, Chris.
When we went to my mom and dad's once a year training meeting thing a couple of weeks ago, we were watching Home Alone, and they offered us popcorn and I turned it down. So yes,
Oh, that's
really I do. I don't care
un-American.
for.
How
I
I
don't care
can't
for
have.
popcorn.
We all fall. We all fail. You put fall, but I think you meant to put fail. National Memory Day, and yeah, most of the time we do. I know my memory's starting to concern even me. But then I
I
sit down and
will.
I have a long talk, and it's all good. Do what, Chris?
I will eat it. I won't turn it down, but it's not my favorite.
Oh, it's all right. I mean, is that popcorn? Oh, that says
Yeah, that's what's left. It was one of those towers of boxes, and each little box has something different in it.
Right,
And
right.
the popcorn was in the big box on the bottom.
It needs to be fresh though.
Yeah. When we have popcorn, she usually pops 2 bags, and then I get the big bowl, and she gets whatever's left over. And works out pretty good. Except she did steal half my drink tonight. I couldn't believe that during dinner. I reached over
Where's
to get my
Josh
drink.
tonight?
He's probably sleeping. He live streamed most of the night. I haven't looked yet to see what's going on with him.
Well, Pittsburgh is getting some snow right now, the area.
Probably getting a little bit of what we had last night, which actually dropped a little bit more than I thought it was going to.
Well, this is moving south, kind of southeast from the Great Lakes, so
Yeah,
We
I
have
went
a
out.
wind chill. We have a wind chill advisory in effect here until noon tomorrow.
Yeah, everybody does pretty much across the United States. We're under the same advisory. I shoveled the 2 lanes today. I did the first one just in my t-shirt and went in and put on my long sleeve sweatshirt. And I was fine except for my hands. The wind was blowing so stiff and so cold that my hands in a matter of a minute and a half were numb. And then I realized, I probably ought to get a pair of gloves on. And I thought, no, we'll just leave it like it is and it'll be good. So
it's gonna be 24 here, but with the wind blowing, if it blows.
we are already 10 degrees right now. The overnight low. Snowman says, Ski Man says they got 6.5 inches of ice. It was 18 overnight. Oh, 6 inches of snow. Okay. Yeah, 6
Well,
inches.
then he is Iceman.
6 inches of ice. So Josh Kinder streamed for 10 hours, 50 minutes, and 28 seconds. Now, there's a big caveat to that. He didn't stream the entire time. There was lapses of when Josh got up and it was just a dead air Fortnite icon-ish looking whatever that is. Not a true 12-hour live stream or 10-hour live stream or anything for that matter over his normal stuff. He's up to 257 subscribers now, and he's produced 451 videos. Those are current as of 9:08 stats.
So the road,
I give up. Sin, what does that person do?
Oh, you can read lips.
the road that goes, the
Do
road
what,
that
Chris?
goes from Gatlinburg, from Cherokee to Gatlinburg is closed. US 441. You gotta go around.
441, Chris?
Do what?
441, you say?
Yeah, it goes over that big mountain, and they always close it, but it's closed right now. It says
Kind
it's
of an
on.
infamous road in East Tennessee.
Yeah, it really goes up. It goes up really a high elevation.
I've been on that road a couple of times.
And probably the
Not in the
Blue
winter.
Ridge Parkway is closed too. It's close to the Blue Ridge Parkway.
Our school here was closed again today, so it's closed all week. And I'll almost say that there's a pretty good chance that they'll be closed again on Monday
I can't wait to hear why they're going to be closed on Monday.
because of the 90% chance of freezing rain.
Oh, well, probably will be.
they're gonna have a lot of uh, makeup work to do, but they've been posting on their website, that they're closed, and they've been saying that it's just a traditional school day, and know what they call AMI, which is alternative methods of instruction for the kids to do, like on the computer or their paper packets, while school's not been in session. So I guess they've just got like a week and a half or 2 weeks worth of snow days built into the calendar. But
Well, if their internet's down,
my internet has, I don't know about everybody else, but my internet here in town has been up, and power here has been up consistently through the whole ordeal. Has it blinked or went out? Not one time.
and right when he says that, it goes out.
That would be typical of karma right there. He disappears, and what happened? Comes back an hour later. Oh, my internet went out. It
I won't come back an hour.
to the best. See, his internet just went out. I knew it was going to happen.
Did you put it in the waiting room?
No, his internet went out. He probably lost power too. He'll probably send me a message on the phone in a minute saying his internet's out and they don't have any power. Of course, he's got the backup generator for 45 minutes or whatever it was he was explaining the other night. 39 years, 8.8 megabyte. That's pretty funny. About the truth, though, sometimes.
39 years. Well, that's probably with dial-up.
Yeah, really.
Oh,
your internet's back.
My internet never did go out, Ken.
Really?
Oh,
You blinked out. Would you lose power?
No, I did not, because you put me in the waiting room. But I will tell you that your stream did go out.
My stream went out.
It's back on now. It was loading. It's back on now.
Must be your computer.
Got to be at your end, because I've been watching the monitor and I haven't had any issues yet tonight. Thank goodness. But I did switch over to Brave browser too. So far, it's been pretty reliable. I'm in the process of getting everything that I used to do on Google moved over to either Mozilla, Firefox, or Brave browser. I did watch a couple things off of Google today, and the ads are just horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. Yes, Greg did say he's having fish, fries, and something else. I didn't catch the something else.
Cauliflower.
Cauliflower, yeah. That the fish and fries actually sounds good, because that's exactly what we had. It seems to be a Friday tradition now. When she's off, we're having fish and fries. And at 11 minutes after 6, they did send her a text and wanted to know if she would work tonight. She's still sitting in the other room, and she's got to work Saturday and Sunday, so I don't blame her. We have a party to go to tomorrow afternoon before she goes to work at 6.
Did she even answer them?
No, this is another one of the rare cases where she's not going to answer them.
Have you heard all the issues about airplanes?
No, I'm sure there are quite a few, but what's going on with the airplanes?
One of them caught on fire, and that one last week with the something else, and something else. Then that one last week with the door opening.
Well, that's been, I think, 2 weeks ago now, I believe. And I did hear about that. I haven't heard of any of them catching fire. But then again,
Yeah,
I'm
one
like,
caught
oh
on
shoot,
fire.
I just realized it.
I think that other one was a small one landed on a road in Virginia, I believe. It wasn't real small, but it was like, it wasn't a 747.
Right.
It looked like it.
Was it an EV plane? Ski Man is asking, was it an EV
Well, it looked
plane?
like more of a private plane, but it wasn't real small, but it was.
Like a photo jumper type plane.
Oh, I get it, EV plane.
They're only down 8 points. I figured they'd get waxed by Wisconsin. Indiana's playing Wisconsin tonight up in Wisconsin.
In the snow.
Probably is a lot of snow in Wisconsin. It is that time of the year. We watched the final episode of Reacher. It came on at 8 o'clock, so I thought we could kill two birds with one stone. We had dinner and watched Reacher. Very good ending to this season. And Mrs. K said, when does season 3 come out? And I said, it's been confirmed, but they've not announced a release date yet.
Not going to get down to freezing tonight, is it?
They did say, from what I did read, is they are going to probably release 3 episodes again, and then they'll just release the following 5 in a 5, every week for 5 weeks. I just made a slight adjustment to Zoom. Let's see if that makes a difference on the screen or not. Doesn't appear to. So, planes do have the right of way on the highway in case of a landing emergency. I did not know that. Wintermute drops us a link, more than likely for. The plane. Yeah, I did see something about that, but I didn't even look at the article. It was a cargo plane. Okay.
Oh my God, it's on fire. Oh my God. Sorry.
Somebody shot the videos screaming that it's on fire. I'll watch the rest of that later. So, by show of hands, and my guess is going to be very little to none. I know Alex didn't watch it. How many people watched the premiere tonight?
What's the premiere?
My premiere, maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I knew Jeff watched it.
Yep.
So what'd you think of the red boxes around things that I highlighted stuff? I just kind of discovered that today.
Well, I was wondering when you asked that question, what you were talking about. So obviously I didn't notice it at the time.
Oh, okay. Rick says he did.
Sorry about that.
Oh, that's fine. There's a couple of things I've got to figure out, and I'll have this pretty much dialed in the way that I like it. I do like the boxes. I'm going to continue to try to use them. It's a pain in the you-know-what to get them to go around what it is you're trying to do. Now, I rounded the corners on most of them today. I left one squared, and I didn't realize I left it squared until afterwards. But I don't know if I want to go square or round. But I think it's going to be very helpful with me in DaVinci when I'm explaining things.
Ooh.
So
Texting Tammy or Joshi?
One of the two.
Neither.
You're texting somebody.
You would be wrong. I'm not.
Don't tell me you're doing a Mrs. K and watching a YouTube video while you're watching the stream.
I'm not.
Email.
No.
Okay, so let me go out on a limb here and say, I could say you were doing something on your phone, and you being the politician you are, go, no, I wasn't. I rest my case.
Was it Tammy?
Nope, now he's on the computer.
It wasn't.
Here we go, camera's coming off. Well, oh, that's good, Alex. That helps. Watch. Alex is up here doing something. We call him, and what I tell you, the camera goes out. So he's got the camera up here, and then he puts it in his lap, and he looks down. Real non-conspicuous, Alex. Real non-conspicuous. I don't know where Ghetto's at. I imagine Ghetto is sleeping. He did a 10-hour live stream last night, starting at about, I want to say 10 or 11. So if he went 10 hours, let's just say he started at 11. If he went 10 hours, he stopped at 9. No, he stopped at 8. 9 to 9 would be 12. So he stopped at 7 our time. And we, Jim, come on now. It's quiet in here. It's peaceful. I did get an email from him today, as did Alex, something about Windows 12. I think is what it said.
Yeah, people are still just speculating about that. I'm sure there's going to be one Whether it's actually called 12 or not, who knows?
If I had half a brain and could figure out how to put Windows crap together and make it look like a new Windows operation, I would be doing Windows 12 all day long, because the people are going to watch it. But then again, you know, I'm not monetized, so I don't really need the watch hours. I don't need the views. It is whatever we go. Windows 12. See.
And
Well,
here's the official logo that I found 2 years ago.
Well,
2 years
they're
ago.
adding things.
Yep.
They're adding features to Windows 10. So, do you think Microsoft might extend the security update?
What are they adding to Windows 10? I thought they were slowly diminishing stuff on Windows 10.
Something they were adding.
You mean 10 or 11, Chris?
10. I read it on 10. They added something to 10.
I have no idea. I just check for updates when I see that I need to and update it. And if it goes through, it goes through.
They added a background task that automatically updates you to 11, whether you want it or not.
They're adding. I know what they added. I remember now. They added something about live weather on the walk screen.
Wintermute says adding Copilot to Windows 10.
Yeah, I've seen a little bit of that. That's true.
And what I'm trying to say, weather on a lock screen, which I don't use a lock screen anyway, so I disable it.
You call the screen, the strip on the bottom, the lock thing? Oh, the lock screen itself?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I have it just like it's got a picture or something.
Oh my goodness, I keep getting these emails.
Tammy?
Fake Norton emails.
Could be worse. Could be from Tammy.
That's from Jeannie. Jeannie Mercado.
Mercado?
Mercado. Huh.
Is she asking for your address, phone number, bank account number?
Nope.
Well, she's okay then. Now, this is a new look for Bill. I like it. Got the headphones on, got the headphone band pulled a little bit to the front. Kind of looks ghetto. I like it.
Oh my goodness.
I'm trying to get both downs.
And here's another one. Hello, Chris Garrett. This is Luke on behalf of the Student Loan Department. We tried to contact you at your home and did not hear back. Your student loans have been marked eligible for forgiveness under the new 2023 guidelines. Your case number is 50736. If somebody wants to call them, tell them
Yes,
you're
can.
me, and you're live.
Yeah.
Don't tell them you're me. Never mind. Don't do that.
So I just wonder if you were to answer the email, but don't click on any links and don't call them, and just answer it that, you know, oh, thank goodness I was worried about my student loans, or 2023, this is 2024, something stupid. I wonder if that would just open up the floodgates of stuff.
I don't know.
I delete them. I delete them. I get stuff like that all the time. I got something yesterday saying we've got $15,000 worth of equity in this house, and we can go to this bank and cash this check, and rip right in the trash it went.
Yeah.
So
this email from Jenny, it has got people's address exposed. I mean, it's got them in CC.
Yep.
No, yeah, I got them in CC instead of BCC.
So is Jenny's email address Jenny at 8675309?
No, it's Jenny, whatever her last name is, Mikado, FOHN 2881 at Gmail.
Huh. Well, it's probably fake.
I can reply
it's
to
not
all.
Macchiato, Jenny Macchiato?
Something like that. I could reply to all and see if any of them come back.
You live a daring life, don't you, Chris? Most people shy away from that. You know, you're starting to remind me of Wild Bill. while we get in the firefight and there's 100 people out there, I'm sitting there dodging and looking and planning. All of a sudden, boom, there goes Wild Bill running right into the middle of him. I'm like, okay. But we did accomplish a lot this afternoon. We played for about 40 minutes and got a lot done. So Rick says 90% of the emails he gets, I delete. I don't think mine's, well, you know what? Mine is pretty high number too. Speaking of emails, BH, I do have your emails. I will read them. I'll try to get to them tonight. Ain't that I'm busy. I just keep forgetting to read them. If BH is with us tonight.
Well, even when you're associated with somebody, you get contacted. I ignored a phone call today from Intuit. They're the ones who I think actually own Rocket Mortgage, which is the company I have my mortgage with. And they're keep sending me mails and emails and crap. They're trying to get me to take out a home equity loan.
Yeah.
Because my mortgage is only 3%, and they want me to take out a loan with something that's higher.
Right. Right.
And so I don't even answer them when the phone call says it's Intuit, you know.
Yeah, I had a call today, and it actually said VA. Usually those are blocked. It actually said VA. So I answered it, and we'll discuss that after the show's over. Kind of glad I did take it, but then again, I'm kind of wishing I didn't take it, if that makes any sense. I'm trying to think on my emails, when it goes into my, hang on a second. When it goes into my promotions, anything that goes to promotions gets deleted. Everything, anything and everything. I average about 10 a day.
I'll take all that off.
Updates goes about, I get about 5, and 3 of those usually go in there. The thing that on updates that's bugging me, and I keep telling these guys, our mortgage company every day sends me, let us help you get the best of your money from your house, or you're a veteran, let us lower your payment, or a combination of the two. And I've actually written them back and said, I'm not going to refinance the house. I'm good. When I refinance my house, it'll be because I'm buying another house, not because I'm refinancing this house. And we've already. Go ahead.
I set up an email just for Facebook, and I never check it. So everything from Facebook goes to that email.
I have that with Yahoo, and I don't even have any clue how much is in there. Doubtful anything important, but I haven't done anything with that account in a long time.
I do know the password in case I get locked out or something. I can.
Sure.
Speaking of Yahoo, Yahoo was my first original email address that I had ever had. I got it like when I was 10 years old or younger, as a kid. And what does my mom do? She's getting estimates from roofers, and she gives one of the roofers that Yahoo address. It has thousands of, literally probably 10,000 messages in it that I never check anymore.
Is Roofer your dog?
No, the roofing,
that's
roofing
funny.
people. And I tell her, call those places and tell them you need to update your email address to either my Gmail address or your email address, because I don't check that.
Yeah, Tony says night. Ski Man says that went by fast. Yeah, 30 minutes, not to interrupt you guys, but 30 minutes goes by fast. But we still got about 2 minutes to go. And I don't mind going into overtime. If we're having, good conversation or whatnot, I don't mind going into overtime whatsoever. Or if I get requested to go into overtime, which has happened in the past. Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I got contacted by a friend who's got another friend who's moving here and can't get into her Yahoo account email. And she was able to at her old house on her computer because the cookies or whatever was there, and it just logged her in when she went to check. And now that she's someplace else, she can't get in, and she never updated her alternate email or her phone number. And you call and talk to Yahoo support, and they say, we can't help you.
I wonder if they really can't help, or I wonder if they just.
Well,
I have
they
1,700.
could, but they don't believe it's her. They told her she
Oh,
has
okay.
to prove it's her,
Right.
and she can't prove it to their satisfaction. And so she's going to lose all her old Yahoo emails or whatever.
Right.
That's just kind of
Are we off the stream?
Now I'm going to go into a little bit of overtime tonight. I have 1,704 unread messages on my Yahoo account. So
I only get
at
one
least
or
now
two
I know how many I got.
a month.
Yeah, Ski Man, we'll go into a little bit of overtime. That's fine.
Well, I can say this. This ain't nothing too personal, but we ordered some stuff. Okay, the table we got was from Amazon. It cost like $500 something, and and all they're gonna do is offer us like $74
Well, how many chairs are with it?
for.
So 4 times 74, that's about $290 roughly. So they're
Yeah,
saying so that would leave the table as being around 200 and a few dollars over itself.
that's about one. That's about the price of one chair, but still,
Yeah.
they should send us. They should send us at least the part that's cracked, or at least another chair.
Unless they're out of business and or don't have replacement chairs, one or the other.
And they may be getting that sort of thing like
Out.
wholesale from somebody who couldn't sell it and they don't have any replacements.
Yeah.
Who knows? The
Yeah,
only real
and-
question is if your friend fixes it, will you be able to see it much? I mean, if it's a really bad crack, then you would obviously want another chair.
Sure. Or if it's where maybe if you sit, you're going to notice it's cracked and or not support the weight of the person. I don't know.
If he can
Where's the
fix
crack at, Chris?
it down low on the one of the chairs,
One of the
one
legs?
of the legs.
If you can get wood glue in there, and then you actually have straps that can be used as clamps. So they'll go around round or not square objects or something small like that. So there are ways to do it. The question is, and your shop guy ought to know if it'll hold or not, I guess.
Yeah.
Just
So it's wood. It's
unfortunate you
true
run into
wood.
that
It's
sort of
not
thing.
plastic.
It's wood.
All right. Ski Man says a good epoxy would work well.
Yeah.
Also.
I will double check though, see if it's not plastic. Oh no, I don't think they're plastic.
If it's wood, you just drill a hole through the center, the top, and bottom of the leg, and put a wood doll in there, and glue the
I'll
wood.
let him do all that.
I know when I passed out and hit the door and it fell apart and it cracked and came apart. All we did is we bombarded it with Elmer's glue, and then we clamped it together and let it sit for 24 hours, and we haven't had any issues yet.
What's that?
So-
Your head?
Yeah, pretty much sure I hit it with my head, which I'm glad I hit the door and not what was next to the door, because that was where two walls go together, and that would have been a very strong point for my head to hit, and that might not have turned out too good.
Well, you know, interior doors in homes now have a little tiny bit of a wood frame, and the rest of them are essentially cardboard. I mean, heavy cardboard. And about
Yeah.
3 years ago, about a year and a half before my wife passed, she fell and an elbow went through the closet door, one side of it. And I'm still not sure what to do about that. It's on the inside, so when the closet door is shut, you don't see anything. But if I ever want to sell the house or something, I'll have to figure out.
You can
After
buy
we had
wood
that little
veneer
fire
door.
and the contractor looking around, we had one door the fireman broke down when they went in the house. And they looked and looked, and they found the one remaining door in this whole area that would match it. You can get doors that size, but not the same style. They have quit making them. So to make everything in the house match, you'd have to replace every interior door in the house.
Yeah.
And you're talking thousands of dollars there, which I did see a YouTube video where somebody actually showed how to repair something like that. You glue in some supports underneath it, and then you stick some cardboard in there and some epoxy and some other stuff, and if you're a little bit of a good enough artist, why, you can scribe in the little wiggly lines representing wood and all that thing, and then in the end sand it down and repaint it. It's about the only thing you can do to something like that when you can't match it. But it's a shame that when they build houses, they don't use honest to God solid wood doors like they used to 100 years
Yeah,
ago.
well, yeah.
Of course, that would raise the cost, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, they probably would figure out a way to jack the price up. That's no
Well, I
doubt
mean,
about
but
that.
you build a new house now. I mean, there are some 2-story houses that are just being finished up in a new construction over by my granddaughter's school. And these are fairly decent sized houses, but there's no walls between them, no nothing. And the signs advertising the houses starting at 600,000.
Holy cow.
And so I don't know how people afford that. I couldn't have bought a $600,000 house when I was working full time. I mean, not and slept at night anyway.
Yeah, really.
If they gave me a 50-year mortgage when I was 20,
Yeah, I don't think I could afford a $600,000 house if I won $1 million.
So
Number one, I mean, how
it's
big are
crazy.
these houses?
Looking at them, I'm going to guess they're about 2,500 square feet and 2 stories.
That's a pretty
I
big
haven't
house.
checked. That's a guess on my part.
Right.
My house, I think, is a little bigger, and this is a 2,900 square foot house. And we didn't pay any place close to that. And we actually have walls in between us and the neighbors, which they don't in these homes.
That's the one thing we don't like about this house is we share the common wall, but we never hear anything. We barely hear her dogs anymore. And I think that's because we're immune to the dogs themselves. We just don't hear it. They bark, but we don't hear it. We hear
I didn't
others.
realize that your house was connected to somebody else's house.
Once again, Mr. I don't know the obvious, doesn't pay attention. Yes, we are connected to the lady next door to us. Every house in this neighborhood, with the exception of 5, I believe it is, are connected. There are 5 standalone houses in this neck of the woods. Ours is not one of them.
Are you officially like a duplex? It's not the same shape on either side of the wall, is it?
Well, I think we are a mirror of what she is, I believe.
Okay.
And then I know Ryan's is a mirror of the guy next to him, and I think every other house is a different arrangement. Here in Indiana, they don't call them duplexes. I'm used to calling them duplexes. They call them half a double, and I don't get that. I've never understood where half a double.
Marketing play on words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you'll know where this is, Ken. Say if you went from the 95 up Rancho towards where Texas Station and the Fiesta was.
Yes.
Right in there, they're building a whole pot full of new homes up in there. Right next to that pretty rundown area. And most of them are the duplex things or maybe even triplex. Some of them.
Yeah, we started looking last night, and we came bunch of them say multi-family houses. You know, we don't need a multi-family house. We need a house for us. And
right, I mean, up there, these are what they call townhomes, and you've got 2 or 3 or 4 all connected.
yeah,
And that means there's a little bit less land with each one, and that's why they can sell them for $50,000 less.
yeah, we
But
found
it's
one
sort of like being in an apartment complex almost. I mean.
almost, yeah. We found one last night. She was just, oh, we got to go look at that and this and this. I said it's a condo. She goes, what do you mean? I said it's a condominium. It's not a house. It's not a standalone house. Well, yeah, it is. So we start reading the description. Sure enough, it says in there it's a condominium. It doesn't look like it is, but it's weird how I knew that it was. But I knew it was a condominium, and she was so disappointed. I said, and besides, we're a year or so out before we're going to get serious about this. And then today we had a semi-serious conversation about things, and we're going to move forward, I think, and just start looking and maybe get lucky and find something.
Not to be a party pooper here or anything, but you just put a lot of money into some infrastructure in your home.
Yeah, well, I want to talk about that when the stream ends as well. There's a couple. I've got a lot of notes written down to discuss moving forward.
I mean, depending what it is, sometimes it's hard to get the money for heating, air conditioning, water heaters, whatever, that sort of thing out of a house. It's something that's necessary, but having it or even having a new one doesn't add that much value.
Right, right. That's one of the things that's on my list is what value do I get or what am I getting for putting this stuff in? Because there's a couple things we need to do, but if it's not going to add value to the home, I ain't going to do it.
What last year you got a water heater and central heat and air, right?
That was just within the last 6 months, yes.
Well, and that's something you have to have, and if the old one was about to crap out, it may.
Yeah,
but the question is, what's the payback period on it?
Right. Oh, I don't know. It's just like the sink we replaced. We still have 2 sinks to replace, and again, if it's not worth it, I'm not going to do it. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. We did about 15 minutes of overtime, and I appreciate Ski Man asking. Unless anybody's got anything. Anybody got anything?
Don't have anything worth anything.
Ski Man says they've done some upgrades, new metal roof siding, and all new windows and new appliances. We might be getting a new refrigerator, but then part of the conversation was, okay, if we do that, we're staying a little bit longer than what we want to. It's not that we don't dislike the house. It's not that we like the house is okay. We want to be in a standalone building. We want to be in a standalone home. Our Vegas house was standalone. Our Charleston house was standalone. This one is connected right here to the house next door, or whatever you want to call it.
I mean, there's always something. There's like some things I will have to fix if I want to sell the house I'm in, for example.
Right.
After we got moved back in, after the fire repairs were done and all that, about 3 months later, the built-in microwave above the cooktop crapped out.
Yeah, yep.
Well, I couldn't put one in by myself at that point, and I was having a hard time looking around. You have to find one the right color and the right dimensions to fit in a hole that's already there.
Right.
And so what I did instead, I went to Walmart and I bought a $150 countertop microwave. And that's what I've been using ever since. But if I sell the house, I've got to do something about the other one.
Or do what we did in Charleston. Just leave the microwave you bought with them and tell them that's your microwave. Because that's what we did.
And the other thing is, at some point in time, an almost brand new dishwasher crapped out.
Ooh.
Hardly used at all. When we bought the house, after we agreed and signed, everybody signed the offer and all of that, the dishwasher crapped out. So the folks in the house went out and bought the cheapest dishwasher that they could find. I mean, it matched color and brand and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
And really didn't use it much, but then it just quit working. I think there's probably a line clogged or something like that. If I ever have to sell it, I'll see if I can get it working again. If I don't, then I got to buy another dishwasher too.
Yeah.
I mean, I hand wash dishes now. It's just usually me or maybe me and one of the grandkids, you know.
Yeah.
But
I,
we had to, I think we had to replace the a dishwasher as soon as we moved in house, or pretty close to after we moved in. But the
Dishwashers. I've
Yeah.
got one on the right and one on the left.
You know.
Never
but
have
the
any
Well,
issues.
microwave and the microwave and the stove, the microwave over the stove is both of those are the original appliances that were here when we moved here, but it didn't come with the refrigerator, so we had to get the refrigerator.
Yeah.
Well, then the first year we were in this house, the refrigerator crapped out. And we did get it fixed under the home warranty.
Warranty,
In
yeah.
Nevada, when you sell a house, the seller has to buy the buyer a 1-year home warranty. It's
Yeah.
required by law.
Yeah, that's true.
And
got a
we
story.
did get it fixed under warranty, but it was a pain in the neck. It says it's a GE, but it's not really. At the time these houses were being built, GE didn't have one of these refrigerators that opens the doors like that in the front to put in these homes.
The French doors.
Yeah, French door thing. So they contracted with LG to make them one and rebrand it as GE.
Oh, okay.
So
I got a story that happened to that. Go ahead, Jeff.
yeah, some of the parts crapped out and they did get it fixed, but it took several tries. The home warranty company, they just called the most inexpensive guy that they can find. He took one look at it and he said, I can't fix it. I can't get the parts. So they called the GE repairman and he came out and looked at it. He said, I can get the parts, but this is the only GE model I don't stock parts for.
Wow.
He had to order the parts. And that's because it's really an LG, not a GE.
Right.
Well, it's
right.
been working fine, but this was like the original refrigerator when these people moved in the house in 2000. And so it's been fixed once, a bunch of things fixed under warranty. But if it craps out again, I think my best buy option is to simply go buy a new refrigerator. But you get a big French door style refrigerator, those suckers are $1,500, you know?
More.
Yeah, hang on 1 second, Chris, before you tell us what you want to tell us.
Anyway, I'm done, Chris. So
D-Man says, I think you clean your
Mac-
plates and silverware better, glasses, etc. We have had a dishwasher ever since Mrs. K and I have been together. Every place we've ever lived has had a dishwasher. We have never used a dishwasher. Dishwasher, right here. And when my
Yeah, that's what I
dishwashers
do.
don't work, her dishwashers work. So for us, it's just a waste. Storage space. They are storage space. All right, Chris, go ahead.
So, first thing, my cousin saw a water moccasin in my uncle's pond, which is his grandfather. And you know what? He took the sparkling things off some firecrackers and he threw it in the pond. And my mother and them heard the loud explosion. And his mother said, because she was here too, she said, you know, if your grandpa finds out, he's gonna get your tail. And I was thinking, yeah, if his grandfather finds out, there's gonna be a bigger explosion. Okay, and the other thing is, I was getting ready to get to town, and I was loading something in the truck, tying it up. My mother, the man was here working on the pipes, cause we had some problems with the pipes, and we had to turn it on the well, and we had to open the pipes inside, turn them on inside to drain all the water. So I did that, and as I was about to leave, my mother opened the back door. She said, "Turn on. He wants the water on." I thought she meant he wanted the well on, so I go turn the well on, and as I guess as I go while I'm gone, all that water comes out on him. He's under the house.
Yeah, we looked at one last night, right around the corner from us. I mean, it literally go out our street, hang a right, and it's right there. The HOA fees are $18 a month. We pay $60 a year here. Now, our HOA says that's for snow removal. The snow that was on the ground this morning is still on the ground now on the roads. So I don't know, maybe it's written in the HOA that it's got to be above a certain amount of snow before they'll clean it. But last year when we got the snow we got, they never cleaned the streets either. One of the times I went outside today, 2 houses up, there was a guy on an ATV that had modified it with a snowplow in front of it. And he was cleaning their driveway. So I thought, oh, maybe this is the HOA cleaning driveways. It wasn't. They probably pay this guy. So I'm probably going to get in more hot water with the HOA because I'm going to say, what is the deal with the snowfall and the streets still not being clean? It's part of the HOA dues we pay. Someone's going to tell me, sure, you're paying $5 a month. You're getting what you pay for. So, $18 a month, I would want to see what they're supposed to be doing. It's a very nice house, by the way. It is standalone, slightly bigger than this one. It's got a 2-car garage. We're going to drive by and take a look at it. So, anyway, I am going to wrap this up. We are, yeah, okay, Ski Man agrees with me on the snakes. No problem. We'll see you tomorrow night. Hopefully one of these days you'll join us on the after stream Zoom. Email's over there. Don't do me no good to say it. Nobody sends me an email, so it's over there. Thanks, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow night. I will not be on Doug's tomorrow. I have a birthday party for my grandchildren to attend. I know I won't be there tomorrow. So as soon as I get to the right place, I'm going to stop the stream. See you guys later. It was a good show, at least in my opinion, if my opinion counts. Shut up, Doug.